Hiya folks, hope everybody's fit and well. Got another package from my good friend Greg, who's got the new nickname in the VC of the Canadian Rock King. He lives in Canada, and if you don't know Greg, check out his channel. He lives in a very cold country, well I won't say cold country, but a cold part in Canada, and he's the coolest man on the planet. The amount of minus 30 plus winters he has to suffer, I don't care what anyone tells me, Greg's the coolest man who walks the earth, and he always comes out of it with a smile on his face, a snow plough in his hands. Yeah, I'm not going to hold this package up, Greg. They needed a crane to lift it 4 stories high. They took it over the balcony, so that's how he got it delivered on Thursday. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. I apologise if I'm not talking properly or I'm swallowing a lot. It's for reasons beyond my control. Yeah, here we go. Just sticking my fingers in now. Oh wow, the first things are 2 CDs. This is on the King Biscuit. I believe it's a Canadian label. I've heard of this band. Greg's introduced me to them. I remember them back in the day, I think. I think there's a couple of covers on here as well. But yeah, Blackfoot, great. I think they're a rock band. I don't know if they're Canadian or American, but I've got a feeling they're Canadian. But I think I can spot that Easy Living looks like a cover version. I was just racking my brains to see who did it. I'm sure it's a cover. Yeah. But yeah, that's the inner. But anybody knows, hit me up below. It's right on the tip of my tongue as well. But I'm sure there's a couple of cover versions on that. It's on the King Biscuit label, which I think's a Canadian label. But where I come from, we're the Biscuit Boys, because we're very famous in Reading for the Huntley and Palmer biscuits. And you know all these pirate films you see and you hear about the ship biscuit? Well, that's where they all came from, where I came from. And we're the original Biscuit Boys. And I always discuss it with Greg when we talk on the email about it. But I think this Canadian label must have pinched it or something or heard it. But that's how the Biscuit Boys came about. That's what we hold dear to our hearts if you come from Reading. You're a Biscuit Boy till you die. Your next one is this band. Never heard of it, but looks like a Canadian rock sort of punk deal. Isotopes, Nuclear Strike Zone. But yeah, there's the bat. Never heard of that one. Gonna have to check it out. But it looks like it's something to do with the baseball. And yeah, we'll have to check that one out. And I'll put those on there, or we'll go with an accident. Oh, next one, Bit the Boss. You can't beat the Boss. I love Bruce. Wow. Killer record. 2007 release as well. I think I've got that one. I'll have to check. But yeah, there's the E Street Band. Yeah, I'm a metalhead who likes the Boss. Get over it. Another Teenage. This is a good band. I played that record you sent me last time, Greg. Really like this band. I think they're Canadian. They're sort of like a rock sort of punk deal. They've got some killer songs. They're not like Green Day, sort of what I call pop rock either. It's really ballsy, sort of that kind of rock, not the pop rocky here. But oh well, The next one is, oh man, it's Resurrection Band. This is out of Chicago. I think they're out of Chicago. I'm sure they have. And these are, you can't get these for love or money in the UK. And it's got Military Man on. But yeah, I love this band. Play them a lot. It's absolutely awesome stuff. If you haven't discovered them yet, do so. But they're absolutely amazing. Looks like a comp album. Absolutely fantastic. It's right, I'm welling up already. Billy the Kid and the Lost Boys. Strong like a pawn. Never heard of this one. I'll have to check that one out. Wow. Counts 77. Never heard of that one either. I'll have to check these out, Greg. Thanks very much. Absolutely amazing. Oh, got an A-track here. Long time since I've seen one of these in action. Oh, it's the Rolling Stones. Looks like Exile on Main Street. It is. Absolutely killer album. But yeah, I remember these back in the 70s. They used to shove them in the front door. Everybody had them. You don't see these much now. Pity. You kind of miss the old days a bit, don't you? Got another A-track. Yeah, Village People. Greg, when you sent me your last CD, how did you know I was a closet Village People fan? Yeah. Man, you must be psychic. Yeah, I love a bit of YMCA. Not. Yeah, you can't beat it. YMCA. Looks like Scott gets all the Osmonds, I get all the Village People. Wow. Got some t-shirt action. Looks like a Stones one. Yeah, sure is. Rolling Stones. Amazing. I would be able to tell you what year it was, but I forgot. Yeah. So each year had a different set of lips. 2021. That's if you don't know. It's a trademark, but it's not the same. And each year they use different. Andy Warhol originally designed it. They redesign. They turn it about, and yeah. Oh man. Oh man. This is one of my favourite Canadian bands the period. It's Rush. Yeah, that's a tour shirt as well. The Clockwork Angels tour 2012. To me, it's my opinion only, All the World Stage will definitely be in the top 5 concert albums released of all time. Some people may think I'm talking out my bum, but I'll stand by that one. If you haven't discovered Rush yet, do so. But to me, I'm always playing that copy I bought. I showed it a few months back, the vinyl. And By Tour and the Snow Dogs, one of my favourite songs of all time. And it's just an amazing record. But to me, Rush, I think you can easily say they're the biggest Canadian export in the world. I can't think of any other band that'll come close to them. Greg may correct me. But yeah, to me, it's one of the best bands in the world. Got to be in the top 5 for me. Oh wow. Got some books here. This is the Rolling Stone one. I can't remember if I read this one or not. Yeah. Always a good read. Yeah. I may not have read this. I'll give it a go. But love reading about the Stones in the 60s. Very interesting story. I've got about 6 or 7 books, and you always get a different slant on it. It's really, really interesting if anybody's after a good read. Wow. I've got a... Oh wow. It's a Led Zeppelin. I can't believe this. We don't see this stuff in the UK a lot. It's pop. I think you call them pop toys. You get fantasy ones, but you never get sort of musical ones, like you do in America and Canada and that area. But oh, this is amazing. This is Led Zeppelin blue. Well, this one definitely didn't go down like a Led Zeppelin, did it? Oh man. Yeah, it's McFarlane Toys. And you probably do get them in specialist shops in the UK. But this sort of stuff, it's not so popular as it is in America. It's a bit like comic books and trading cards and that sort of stuff. There's a huge market over there. But here, it's you don't see much of it. Oh, that's amazing, Greg. Oh well. Oh, Greg told me about this record. This is a Blue Oyster Cult, and this is a great song. The big one off here is obviously "Don't Fear the Reaper," and Greg told me he was sending this. But it's yeah, kick out the jams. It's one of these ones I meant to pick up but didn't. I think this may, oh man, this looks like a Chipmunks album if I made it wrong. I love the Chipmunks. Is it? It could be, or something on the lines, the Canadian equivalent of the Chipmunk album. That looks like, yeah, I know what that is. And that's the Black Halos, another great band if you haven't discovered them yet. Don't know if they're American or Canadian, but yeah, another great listen to. So I just want to check this record. Yeah, it's alright. It's a Blue Oyster Cult album. Yeah, Don't Fear the Reaper was a huge hit off that. But yeah, you've got to check out the Cult. They're a really, really good band. Well, Greg, cheers, man. I don't know what to say. I'm welling up here. And anyway, mate, best thing I could say to you, my friend, is stay warm and keep the great videos coming. They're really, really good and inspirational to me. And you taught me a lot about music, and because of your videos, I've listened to stuff I wouldn't normally listen to. You've sort of opened my horizons to new music more. And because of some of the stuff you play, maybe 10, 15, before I joined the VC, I would have never have entertained it, but you sort of put me onto it. Give me best to Shirley, and yeah, all the best, man, and stay warm. Eat plenty of chocolate. See ya.